Ed from Pinball Mayhem here. I just finished up Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So it's all together. Changed out the labels in the coin door. I don't have the right light bulbs. I believe they take 161s. But I'd like to get some LEDs for them. So I'm gonna check with a couple places I'm gonna be ordering from, see if I can get the right bulbs, because I don't like the incandescents in there anyway. Not a big deal. One of the papers kind of ripped up. You can see it doesn't look the prettiest. I also might look into printing. I don't want to have to change them every time I change the game out. So I'm just going to decide how I'm going to tell people which coin slot to put them in. Rest of this looks pretty good. I did adjust the monitor, got rid of the oversaturation. One thing I did, I do not have a purple joystick knob, and I didn't have anything yellow. So I did. I went with the orange because I bought a 5-pack of orange brand new yellow knobs because I needed one for Simpsons, and I figure there's enough orange yellow in the game for Michelangelo, so I went with orange. It's a nice pop color, and I think I'm eventually going to look for a purple joystick handle here. Cleaned up both of these blues, and I have a separate video I'm going to be posting eventually, kind of cleaning up, getting the rust, making them look a lot nicer. These are all except for the orange one. The rest of them were used, rusted shafts and nicks on the ball. So those turned out pretty nice. Barely tell I had to sand it down and paint it compared to that one. But the beauty of it is, unlike some I've seen in other local arcades, this is a genuine leaf switch like it should have shipped with. Buttons, I didn't go leaf with those. I couldn't find them enough available. So these I went with the lightest switch, micro switch I could. Now the coin doors, cleaned up, wiring harnesses all on the inside. I got all the clasps, the hinges, everything here. Pretty happy with the way that turned out. I went with the lime green T-molding just to make it pop because I don't have any side art on it. Just a little pop, and then I'll change that. I'll have different T-molding for different control panels. Other than that, I think the last things I have to do is I just finished getting all the coins set up right. So I got that all set. I just need to print a little instruction. I just want to put something like across here that says 50 cents a play, put the coin in the proper, in the corresponding slot to the player, something like that. I got to figure out the right wording. Maybe I'll just print out some paper things to put them below the slots. I don't know. Got to figure that out by tomorrow, and then I'm going to take it apart because if you remember, the control panel is held in by 3 bolts and 4 plugs. Because last time you saw it, I didn't have it plugged in on the inside. I already have it locked, otherwise I'd flip it up. Actually, let's unlock it. Hold on. So to unlock it, I gotta reach up, kind of reach. Oh, it is unlocked. Silly me. Okay. Oh, there goes 50 cents. Show you what the inside looks like. It's a little bit of a mess. We have those clasps that unlock the lid down. And I also got the chain. I'm gonna come to this side. So the chain, that's from what I can tell how it's supposed to be. It's just about props it up. So if anyone bumps it, it'll slam shut. Now these guys I did have to transfer from the X-Men control panel, but they are original Konami to the cabinet, which is nice. So I got everything is buttoned up in here. Pretty good. I did end up soldering the wires on. I didn't have the clips or wire, but these are all my sub harnesses. So one for each player. So this is player 2, so it goes to player 2. And I'll be able to unplug these 4 plugs, take these 3 bolts off, and the control panel box will come separately with me. That way when I'm going in through doors or anything, I don't have to worry about this extra width that the cabinet has. Let me put that back down. The bases, I did not replace the rubber grommets on those because I didn't have them. If it gets bad, I'm going to keep an eye on it. If they get real loose, I could order 4 new rubber grommets. That would be easy enough. 4 screws per joystick just to swap it out in place and just take the handle off. I could do that, in about a half hour, swap out all the grommets on site. Not a big deal, but real happy with the way this turned out. Monitor just had the contrast or brightness spun up, so it must have been in a bright location, and at one time, and someone spun it up just to make it. So I ended up bumping up the brightness on the flyback and adjusting everything to the middle for the brightness contrast, and I just bumped up the black level just a little bit to make it look good. I'll see how it looks once it gets on location. This is actually a little bit brighter than it should be, so I got all these LED lights up here. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for going along on this journey. There will be more eventually, but I'm calling this project complete. I have spent more on circuit boards than I want to admit. I ended up getting the cabinet and doing a lot more work than I needed to, but in the end, it's a good, solid cabinet. The corners look great, black T-molding, new T-molding, and a little bit of woodworking always goes a long way with these things. So make sure to check out the rest of the videos in the series. There may be some updates now and then when I build the different control panels for Simpsons. Maybe even when I convert it, I'll do an update before and after. I'll let you guys know how it turns out. Thank you for watching, and check out the other vids.